Well, good morning. This is Dr. Kenner, as if I had to tell you.
I'm thrilled. Thank you.
Yes, the same here. It's a thrill, a special thrill for me because of the energy that comes with these people that are good. Now, I know of one of them. The other, I don't know. But I know that because I was in this country from the early 20s, or early 20th century, I mean. I was in this country, so I heard all about Abraham Lincoln.
Isn't it incredible?
Yes, and Mr. Lincoln is here, but there's also Yasser Arafat that's here. So.
Welcome, dear friends.
Yes, just a moment, Mr. Arafat. My name is, properly was Mohammed Mohammed Arafat. So
really?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me that.
Yes, it was Mohammed Yasser Arafat. That was the full proper name that I was given. And as years went by, for brevity, it was Arafat, or at best they would say Yasser Arafat. But it was, at the very least, it would have been El.
Well, you probably don't remember, but I remember well, and I gave, and I have this picture with you, and I gave a copy to the young man from Florida yesterday.
Yes, I remember that. I was stirred, my thoughts were stirring then.
Oh my God, what an honor it was.
Yes, well, I had so many wonderful happenings in my life, and people will often say, "Oh, but what a tragedy! What a terrible thing that was to when my life was suddenly taken from me." Well, you know what? That was the least of, when I look back, that's the least of my worries. I look about the things that I was able to accomplish.
Yes.
And I remember fondly Mr. Carter,
yes.
President.
Yeah, President Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Oh, I have his book, He Just Loves You.
Oh, well, he brokered the deal for us in the for our peace initiative. I can never forget Camp David.
Yes.
That's when he brokered the deal for us too, and oh my gosh, it was the dream.
Miracle.
Yes, and it was a dream of my lifetime. But we both, or I would say all three of us, Anwar Sadat, myself, and Mr. Carter, we all had such high hopes, and we had plans, but I suppose we forgot to remember the quirkiness or the queerness of people.
Yes.
People who say, "Oh, it can't be this way. It's been
it's
this
too good
way."
to be true.
Yes, it's been this way for all of my life. Well, those boys and some girls were in their 30s and 20s and 30s and 40s. And they say, "Oh, it's been this way all of our life."
Yes.
We, some of us, remember that there was peace before.
Peace, yes.
And that there would be peace afterwards. I study about that sometimes, and I think of the utter disappointment of how things have gone since that time, since I left, since I was assassinated. I think about how things have gone, and it's just so troubling for me, because I wanted peace for all people. I did not want peace just for Egypt or Egyptians. I wanted peace for all people, and I said, if indeed we can, as we were always thought by the world as enemies to one another, or bitter enemies to one another, if we can stand face to face, and we can take one another's hand, and we can not just propose peace, but we can proclaim peace, that would be an initiative for the world.
For the world.
And I see things as they are now, and they have gone just opposite.
Just opposite, yes.
Yes, it's to say, they say, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
That we're supposed to be at war. That they take the words of Muhammad and they twist them.
Yes.
According to how their thoughts are. And this is, obviously, you see the end result. It is no good. It results in violence.
Right.
Not just the thought of war,
but
not just the possibility of war, but war.
Annihilation.
Yes. Killing, hatred, and lawlessness, and most important, godlessness.
Yes.
That is my deep dissatisfaction.
And it sounds like, Jimmy Carter's book, Peace or Apartheid. And he says the same thing about that gathering there at Camp David too. And I read that, but having you tell me about it is something else.
Oh, it was. I can tell you, it was for all of us. It was our glory day, and it was not just to say that we must have some special medal pinned to us, that we must have some special recognition. It was just a glory day for people.
It was the glory days, and people would have said it was impossible. I'm sure they thought that or said that before it happened,
Of course.
But it was possible.
It was possible, just even for a moment.
Yes.
And in reflection, people should say, not, this is my enemy, but they should say, I remember.
Yes.
Or I at least have heard of the day when we stood as one. We did not stand as two opposing factors, but we stood as one. And we can do it again.
Yes, we can do it again.
They haven't the vision yet. They have to have a visionary who will come and say, it has happened, and it will again.
It will.
I do not have to kill you in order to end the strife. I have merely to lay down the arms. I have to lay down my expectations of you too. I have to then take up an attitude of peace, utter peace. That's what we did. We did that. We had grown up in that same, militarily, we had grown up in that, with those same thoughts.
The same mindset,
oh, yes. And, but we chose, that's the key, we chose to have something different.
Now, Itzhak Rabin was the third one, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes. He had good intention too.
Yes. Intentions.
Yes.
Intentions. Our intentions are good.
Yes.
They were good. Now, those who appeal to the savagery.
Savage. That's perfect word for it.
Yes, they are the banner carriers now, because they appeal to those who are the savages.
Absolutely.
And they do it. They say, do it in the name of heaven.
Yes.
Yes.
So, this has been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. My blessings to you, and yes, 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 I do remember you. I remember fondly.
Well, I got that picture, and I opened the little thing, and there was a second, and I was able to give it. I know you know this. Yesterday, to the young man who came all the way from Florida to have an opportunity. To get messages from Spirit.
Yeah.
And, I couldn't give him anything in the world that was more precious to him than a picture of you. And of course I was in the picture, so I was delighted. But I remember.
Of course. He is a member of the generation that is called and will be remembered as the peacemakers.
Well,
now he is a young man of 30-some years old. I believe he's about 34 or so, and it is people of that generation that will be known in the future as the peacemakers.
Well, it was a miracle, because I swore I only had one copy, and I just was going to loan it to him, and I got it out, and there was another one identical with it. That was a miracle.
Yes, I know it was. I've been known to do other miraculous things.
Well, that one certainly was.
That was not quite as big as the peace accord.
No, not quite, but
close, the same power.
Well, this has been priceless, and I miss you. I mean, I only got to see you one time, but it's engraved in my heart.
What you miss is the energy. What you miss is the intention. The intention we had for the world.
Yes,
I did not say this is for me or for my countrymen only. Yes, it was for me. Yes, it was for my countrymen. But it was also for the other countries,
yes,
the other people, the other leaders. So, well, I could and probably will go on if I do not hold myself in check.
Well, and mine too, me too. Priceless. Priceless.
My blessing
God bless you.
to you.
God bless you.